Hi everybody, I'm Mike and I'm a real estate developer.
And I'm Nicole and I'm a real estate agent.
And together we rehab and sell homes.
But we don't do it alone. We get help from all of you through social media.
So join us in the next half hour as we take you through our latest project.
On the house that social media built. What makes the house that social media built unique is that we rely solely on our followers' votes to pick our design elements.
We really enjoy their interaction throughout the build as they pick everything from the front door color to the patio blocks.
We're really excited because this location is like unbelievable, especially for this time of year. So we're really excited.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go this way. Look, see right down the street, right over my
your
shoulder?
noggin's in the way.
Right there. That's the beach.
You know, obviously we got this from the original built owners of the house. And
Which was awesome because our followers named the house after the family
that's right.
that we bought the house from. The name that we have chosen is...
The Ellsworth House.
Thank you for all your votes. We love hearing from you and stick with us.
Bye, guys.
Hi, Mecca. Oh, look, Mecca said hi.
Hi, Mecca.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, see ya.
I think that's a pretty cool vote.
Yep.
We've never had a house named after the owners. But because it was the original owner and they hadn't done a thing, we were able to come in and like the beadboard that we were able to keep on the walls downstairs and the beadboard on the second floor, the old beams in the ceiling, like that's fun to take that and then marry it with everything that we like to do. I am super excited because today is demolition day and we are going to transform. It's kind of like the whole vision comes together, transforming this summer cottage into a year-round home. And the biggest part that we're gonna do here is open up this floor plan and blow out that nasty wall right there.
Yeah, I think the best part about taking down the wall though is that it makes for incredible entertaining space. And I feel like all buyers and homeowners really enjoy that. Do you know the most important part about demo day?
No, tell me please.
White pants.
I knew you were gonna say something like white pants. This is the current kitchen, and it's also going to be the future kitchen. There's a lot of stuff happening here. The additions going on behind me. This wall to my right is all coming out to make that open floor concept. And the wall in front of me is also coming out to give exposure right into the living room. So what the addition's meant to do is give us a little bit more room to breathe in the kitchen and give us the bathroom just to the left of it. But it's going to create a modern 2018 floor plan. We'll have a beautiful kitchen here with an island and plenty of cabinetry.
Usually it's frowned upon to eliminate a garage, but in this situation, that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. Now we're gonna be turning this bay garage into a cabana, and primarily because of our unique location. And this is why we're doing the cabana.
The Ellsworth House is a 1-minute walk from the Connecticut shoreline.
What is it about this home that drew you to it?
I think before I could say anything about the house, I was drawn here by the location. I just love the fact that we're so close to the beach. You can walk there. There's shops and restaurants right down the street that you don't even have to drive to. So I think that started my interest in the house, and then the house itself, which had so much character to it.
I mean, obviously the immediate thing that you do when you pull up is you see, I love that it's a 4-square. I love 4-square properties. I love their elements, and I loved the front porch.
They obviously tried to close it in at one point, but I couldn't wait to blow out the screens and all the old parts of that.
I think there was a point there too where you were thinking you were going to finish it.
I was thinking about finishing it. I
You
mean, we've
talked
done
me
that
out of
before, but
yeah, this wasn't the right time.
yeah, no, it's so cool the way it turned out. The other thing that kind of draws you to this house on this particular street is it's, I think, the only house on the street that has a double lot. So when you add that double lot to the garage, I think your favorite part was probably the garage outside of the front porch.
Well, I think what was so great about the lot is that you could make so many different entertaining spaces out here.
Yeah.
So we weren't in this situation, we weren't stuck with only being able to do a backyard patio or being able to only do a a driveway. So seeing the different areas really, I feel like, opened up
Yeah, there were
lots of
so
things
many
for us to do.
options.
Yeah, we did bump out the back.
That's right. We had an existing part of the foundation. We were able to utilize that. We came out, I think, 6 feet in total. And we were able to create that master bedroom.
Well, and a bathroom on the first floor.
Bathroom on the first floor, and
Right.
laundry, which we were able to pull out of the basement.
Well, and I think upstairs too, we were able to sort of rearrange some of the rooms that just didn't make sense or that were just a waste of space, and like optimize, you know, their potential up there.
I think that having those elements in a 2018 open style floor plan really makes this a spectacular space.
Monday, you will be voting on something that belongs in this area of the home.
Like up here or on the ground?
Just
Can
here,
we say?
somewhere around here.
Like here.
So outside, I think, had the most potential for us here, don't you think?
I think out of any house we've ever done, this one has just like entertainment written all over it.
The Cabana 1. So we are doing a cabana, but don't worry because
Bring your kayaks.
this bay right over here is staying. One thing that we had here as an advantage is we had a 2-car garage, which we didn't need. So taking over one of the bays to turn it into a cabana, which allowed for more entertaining space out here, was like huge
I can
for
give you
us.
credit on that too.
You'll give it to me?
I'll give it to you. It's
That's
like all
nice.
yours.
Thanks. Our biggest thing was to like clear the space. We needed absolutely 100% to clear the backyard out.
Remember how like horrible it was with all the vines
It
growing
was pretty
everywhere?
bad.
Yeah.
So if you walk around here, here is our side yard over here. It's obviously still completely covered, but the cabana will actually be opening up on this side. I think one of the other elements that we had to add here, since we were near the beach, was the outdoor shower space.
You like that outdoor shower?
Well, we just needed one.
Yeah.
Being so close to the beach, being so close to the Onigo, you had to have a space where you could just shower outside. And to top it all off though too, we used the hardy board on the exterior, which is gonna be great for all of like the elements
Right.
so close to the water.
Using the hardy board, it's very difficult to find an exterior product that will last all seasons with the swelling and the moisture, and the hardy board, we were able to do that easily. And
Right.
it saves you from painting and all that other stuff.
Yeah, so it's maintenance free. So we've tried to make the house as maintenance free as possible. There were lots of you that were super worried about losing the garages. You were worried about what it would do to home value, which of course I'm always worried about. I know Mike is always worried about.
We actually think this is going to up the home value.
Potentially, yes.
We are starting a trend on the Connecticut shoreline right here today.
The House That Social Media Built is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Can you guess which ceiling fan was picked by all the followers of the House That Social Media Built? Stay tuned and see how Mike and Nicole host a true mobile business meeting. Welcome back to the House That Social Media Built. The votes are in, and social media chose C for the outdoor cabana ceiling fan.
We were so excited to see the engagement that we got during this build, because in this build we gave some choices that we've never been able to do before.
Holla.
Sheetrock is in.
Wow.
Kitchen goes, Tish.
We'll give him a little.
Kitchen goes in. I'm going to give you a little tour, but see that? Ceiling. There's the kitchen behind me right there.
This is actually my personal favorite part of the project, because we get to start putting the house back together again. And it's also when we get to present a lot of votes that finish the project. You guys voted on a fire pit feature, so we will have a fire pit in the backyard, thanks to Taurus and Stone and Garden.
In the downstairs space, we had to remove a lot of walls, and there were floor vents that were out of place for the old house. Didn't fit in with the new layout, and so because the floors were so old, we had to go out and get them milled at a mill here in Connecticut specifically for this house.
They came out like incredible. We ended up having to pick a darker color for the floors in the space though too. They were really sort of in bad shape when we got here. So that was really the main reason why we went with a darker stain, is because we had to sort of hide a lot of the imperfections in the flooring.
Right.
Yeah.
And blend in that new species of wood that we brought in, because you can't match exactly a floor that was built over 100 years ago.
Right. It's always really fun to see the sheetrock start going up too, because then it really starts giving you spaces and you can get a really good sense of what the house is then going to turn into. Once we then started painting the inside of the house, the entire space started coming to life, because once the walls got painted, we can then start putting in the cabinets and then the countertops. You know, then we were able to get the sink in and the faucets, and that's when it's a lot of fun to then finally see all the finishing touches be put on it, because it really has all the entire space sort of start coming to life.
Normally we would have torn the walls out because we wanted to save that beadboard. We did something that we don't normally do. We actually had to blow the insulation in from the outside. We did all that. Any open walls that we had sheetrock, we used, traditional fiberglass.
So Riccio, we need to make sure that we pick a siding that doesn't match the neighbor. Do you remember what the neighbor was?
I think the one on the right is white and then the other one's gray.
And then the roof.
The roof is brown.
Okay. So we need to decide which one goes with that. Which is your choice?
You know, it's always that one.
Blue, Booth Bay. All right, and mine, I'm actually really leaning towards this timber bark.
I like that one.
And then how about the third, what's your third color?
Definitely this Cortland red.
Oh, but the house is red right now. That doesn't bother you?
Not at all, I love it.
Because I'm totally leaning towards the heathered moss. So you want red, I want green. I know exactly where we can go to settle this.
All right, let's go, but you know I'm gonna win.
Outside in the cabana space, we actually replaced the garage door with a new window so that when you're in the cabana, you have some great light coming in to the space. And obviously you could still open and close so you can get a little bit of cross breeze.
It was fun actually working with the architect on that. I don't know if you remember when we sat down and do light placements and all that. So we didn't want it to lose the look and feel of a traditional garage.
Right.
So we had to play with the lights, we had to play with the window placement.
Yeah.
And leave actually some of the old features of the garage, even though you're not driving into it anymore, the old car ramp, we left that kind of stuff.
Once we got the patio then laid in there, and then the patio on the outside space really, really started coming together, and like it really took on a life of its own.
Yeah, it did.
At the 11th hour, I did decide that the garage was going to be black instead of white.
Oh, you did?
So that was
You mean after I had the whole garage already painted?
It was already completely painted.
Like finished?
Finished, painted.
Looked awesome.
And I actually thought that it looked horrible. So we had to negotiate a little there, and so the garage in the end ended up becoming black. Which,
You didn't want to tell me that like before I had the whole thing painted?
Well.
We are at Elm City Bike, which is the party bike of New Haven.
So much fun. We just took it. We were on it for 2 hours from 3 to 5. We took all of our vendors that are part of the social media build that you guys vote on. They're all here and down the road.
We had the paint people, we had the tile people,
Everybody
we had
was
the faucet
here.
people,
It
we
was
had
so much fun.
Kelvin, turbo boost! Turbo!
The house that social media built is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Can you guess which James Hardy siding color was picked by all the followers of the house that social media built? Stay tuned and see the final reveal of the Ellsworth home when Mike and Nicole return. Welcome back to the house that social media built. The votes are in for the color of the James Hardy siding. And social media chose A, Booth Bay Blue.
The house came out absolutely perfect.
I love it.
I think that our followers really, really sort of guided us in like an incredible direction with this house.
It was nice to finally unmask that front porch that was all covered in with screens and framing and everything else to bring back the original beauty of the front porch.
Yeah, I think once the screens came down, you were able to really get like a better appreciation of like the beauty of the Foursquare. Opening up the front door to the house is like
It's kinda like-
amazing.
it is. It kind of like takes your breath away just to see the transformation of it all.
Right. I think what I really enjoy, you can finally see like everything that you pictured, but better with the walls down and the open floor plan. It's so much better than I think either one of us could have ever imagined. The kitchen is now open into the dining room, which is then also opened up into the living room.
Yeah.
It's again, it really facilitates well for entertaining or just hanging around. Adding that bathroom to this first floor too was huge. We were able to pull the laundry up from the basement, move it into that half bath space.
But kind of close it off in such a cool way by using that front door. We're able to just kind of, it's its own space,
Right.
and it works. In the kitchen itself is totally functional. We were able to get all the cabinets that we needed. There's plenty of cabinet space. We've got really cool appliance package.
Ooh, and that cooling drawer too.
Yeah,
so
the
if you
Fisher
do
and
need,
Paykel cooling drawer that's in the island.
Right.
It's something I didn't even know existed.
Right. So, but what's great about it is that it can be, if you are entertaining, it can be your ice bucket, or if you're not entertaining, it can be almost be like your bread drawer. So it's an incredible addition to the kitchen.
The white undermount sink it really sets the kitchen apart.
I think really to top it all off is the furniture that was put into the house. It really helps us to define the space, but also maximize the space. So I think all the spaces in here, the colors that were picked, the surfaces that were chosen are really sort of like a timeless feel for the space. And then in the master, that was a really fun space too to sort of outfit. It's a great space and it had great height in there. The master bath actually manifested a little bit too as we were outfitting it, because when it was starting to get sheetrocked, we actually got a little concerned that the toilet space was going to be way too tight with a full wall and door. So we ended up removing the wall, doing a half wall, and exposing the toilet a little bit more. We had that vanity custom made for us.
I love that we did the faucets in all black. I know we're starting to do that a little bit more, but I think it looks really, really good. It gets away from the traditional chrome. Because the beach is so close, we thought it'd be fun to have the cabana with a dressing room. And if you so chose, you can then just use the outdoor shower.
So the front door color is always one of our largest votes. So after we painted the front door that really cool salmon color, we decided to sort of last minute run it through the cabana too on that door. I think it adds a great depth in there because the walls are white and obviously the garage exterior color is black.
You have the cabana space where you can live and chill and lounge, and then you get the look of that outdoor space with a fire pit.
Yeah, it's
So-
a good one.
It's a lot less lawn to mow.
So our favorite part of the whole entire build is the party.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome to our party.
Surprise.
We love, 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 love the reveal.
The party is where everyone gets to come and see what they built.
And what's great though too is that they get to join in with us in celebrating what it is that they built with us. And obviously it's great too because they get to like touch and feel and see and
And you get to hear what they voted on, like, oh my God, I like that, I didn't vote on that.
Right. But if they didn't vote on it, they get to see it in the space, they get to see how well it works. But also what's really great too is that they can get some fabulous design ideas and hopefully they bring them home and
They
use
meet
them
all
in
the
their home.
contractors. It's just a fun time.
It is a lot of fun. I mean, tons of food, live band, we have the bar. This time we actually did the selfie booth, which was so
That was
fun.
the first time. That was fun.
It's a lot of fun
That's
for
good.
everybody to celebrate and really sort of, tip their hats to what they accomplished. That's it for the show. Thanks for tuning in.
We hope you guys enjoyed building this house with us as much as we did. Be sure to follow us along on social media.